Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David and this is a magic review. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. I hope you like magic tricks because I like magic tricks and that's what I do. I review magic tricks, playing cards, and I give those things away every single month. So if you want to be a part of that, or you just want to be reminded when those new reviews go live or the giveaway goes live, do me a favor, hit like, hit subscribe, hit those notification bells. You know how to do it. You know how to use YouTube. Send me some encouragement so it'll keep me going day after day after day. Today, I'm super excited to do this review for you because not only is it a review, but I'm also gonna teach you some magic tricks. I'm gonna teach you some magic tricks. Do you know I have another channel? I have another channel where I teach very simple beginner level magic. It's the Magic Channel Card Tricks. You can find the link below in the description. There's over 1,000 subscribers right now and you could be one of them. And if it's too easy for you, of course, you'd recommend it to one of your cousins or nieces or nephews that wants to follow in your footsteps and be magical too. So I don't just review magic, I also teach magic. That's how I give back to the community. Back to the review. Today I'm going to tell you that this is the most biased review I will ever do because it's for my own product. This is for my own product, but I'm still super excited to show this to you. Totally not my idea. Totally 100% not my idea. I did not create this. I did not come up with it. I didn't even make it, okay? All I did was help a little bit. I helped like this much. I helped that much, and then I put my name on it. So today we're going to talk about the show shirt. I'm wearing it right now. This is what it looks like. It says Magic Orthodoxy up at the top. It says welcome back to the channel. And then inside the show shirt are 6 reveals. 6 reveals. So have you ever been to one of those magic shows where the magician does a full show, right? Show, intermission, show, and you almost think he's done. And then he says, oh, wait, I forgot about this box that's been suspended from the ceiling this entire time, or this envelope that's been on this easel this entire time. Let's open it. And then when you open it, there's a message inside, and that message then was a prediction for almost all the effects, if not every single effect. Like the gentleman in the hat, you know, will pick blue, and the lady next to him is going to pick Rubicon Street, right? So, and everyone's just mouth just hits the ground and says, oh my gosh, it was sitting up there the entire time, and it was every single prediction. A graphic designer in Melbourne, Australia had that same idea, but he said, let's put it on a shirt. Now, I really wanted to tell you who this was that created the shirt and who reached out to me. I really wanted to name drop, but he wouldn't let me. He wouldn't let me, so I can't tell you his name. All I can do is tell you, I did not make this. It's not my idea. It's totally his idea. So his idea was, hey, let's take that same idea, but do it for close-up magicians. So you're doing a close-up act. You have, you know, however many people around you. You do some tricks for all of them. And before you walk away, you say, oh, wait, I got one more thing. You open up the buttons on your shirt, and then you show them the shirt underneath, the t-shirt. And inside that shirt are the reveals for all the tricks you just did for that huge glob of people. Now, of course, the show shirt can work any way you want. You want to do just a trick for one person, and instead of having something written down on a piece of paper, or instead of having a card in an envelope, you could just point to your shirt and say, bammo, there's the reveal. You want to do it for 2 people, works for 2 people. You want to do it for 4 or 5 or 6, it's up to you how you want to put these different things together. I'm going to show you all 6 reveals right now. The first reveal up here in the corner is completely mine. I can take credit for this. I said, hey, let's put a star on the shirt. So we have a star up here in the corner. It's an ESP star, and it'll allow you to force the ESP symbol. Now, you probably have your own way of forcing one card out of 5, but I'm just going to give you one simple force. And if you say, hey, I don't have ESP cards, that's fine. You can use business cards, right? Take 5 business cards, write the ESP symbols on the opposite side. If you don't have business cards, you can just use cardstock. You can use 5 blank cards, right? Just use 5 blank cards, make the ESP symbols yourself. There's Bicycle, they make ESP decks. So getting a set of ESP cards, whether you buy it or make it, that won't be difficult. And really quickly, if I was going to show you how to force one card out of 5, there's a super old force, okay? Goes back 1,000 generations. Basically what you do is you just have the card you want to force on the top I do a quick overhand shuffle where I move that top card to the back, and then another overhand shuffle where I move the back card to the front. So the star is back on top. If you're using mark cards, of course, you can follow the star and shuffle to your heart's content, but just make sure the star goes back on top. Then you just say, hey, I've got 5 cards. 5 cards, pick a number between 1 and 5. Now, obviously, most of the time, they're gonna pick the numbers 2, 3, or 4, which would be ideal. But of course, they can pick 1 or 5. It still works. It's just not as fun. They'll pick 2 or 5. Let's say they pick 2, all right? Holding the deck in your hand with the star on top, you move 1, 2 cards to the bottom, and then you just flip over the card on top. Then you do it again. First card to the bottom, second card to the bottom, flip the next one over, then do it again. First one to the bottom, second one to the bottom, third one flip over, and then you're gonna do it one last time. First card to the bottom, second card to the bottom, flip the last one, and then when you fan, you'll show all 4 cards face up with 1 card face down, and we'll say that's the card that you selected, withdraw it, and it'll be the star, and it'll match the star on your shirt. Next, you have 2 numbers on the shirt. Now you can do these together with just 2 people, or like I said, in a group of people. One is the toxic force, and the other is the 1089 force. And this is how I like to do it. If I'm gonna do it with a small group, just gonna do it with 2 people, okay? And we'll use a calculator with both of them. That makes sense. And I'll say, of the 2 people, can one of you bring out your cell phone and bring up the calculator? And the person that does it, I'll leave them to the side and then turn to the next person. I'll pull out my phone and then walk through the toxic force on my phone, okay? And if you don't have a Apple phone, right? If you don't have a Mac, then you need to find a scientific calculator for the Droid phone. So to do the toxic force, you have to enter in the number that's on your shirt into the calculator that you're holding. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna type is 5732901. And then you hit the plus symbol, then the 0, then the times symbol, then the 0. And that'll set the calculator back to 0. Okay, at that point you can turn and show the spectators your calculator that's on 0. You turn to the person that doesn't have a calculator, right? Doesn't have a phone in their hand, and then you ask them for any 3-digit number. They call out any 3-digit number, and then you hit the time symbol. You can turn to the person who's holding the calculator and say, now you call it any 3-digit number. They call it any 3-digit number, and you hit the time symbol. Go back to the first person and say one more time. They call it any 3-digit number, and this time you hit the equals symbol, and then your toxic force number will be right there as the answer. At this point, I don't do anything. I hand them my phone with the toxic number at the top. And then I turn to the second person. I say, okay, we're gonna do something with your calculator. So we're gonna walk through the 1089 force. And again, you can find the 1089 force instructions out there on the internet as well, but I'll teach it to you right here. You're gonna ask them for any 3-digit number. Any 3-digit number where none of the numbers repeat, right? Like 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1, right? All different numbers. They call it a number, and then you say, all right, now you hit the minus symbol, and we're going to subtract your 3 digits reversed. So if they called out 3, 2, 1, you're going to subtract 1, 2, 3, and that will give you a number. Now, with that number, you do the same thing. If their new number is 4, 5, 6, let's say, okay, 4, 5, 6, then we're going to hit the plus symbol and reverse them, 6, 5, 4, add those 2 numbers together, and your answer will be 1089. Now, once they've got 1089, I bring the focus back to me, and I say, now, both of you selected numbers. We arrived at a new number completely at random. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have 2 numbers on my shirt. They've been staring at you the entire time you had 1089, and I point to the 1089 first because I last spoke to them. They see the 1089 on their shirt, and I say, but I didn't forget about you. Your long number is right here at the top, and I show them the long number at the top, and both numbers are on my shirt. Now the next force is a coin force. Just below the toxic force and over to the side of the USA, it says 25 cents and tails. 25 cents and tails, which is another way of saying a quarter with tail side up. The way I use this is with a John Bannon trick called the future. And in that trick, he has them select one coin mentally of 3, and it eventually lands on the quarter, and the quarter can be heads up or tails up, and John Bannon, of course, has an out for each one. Now, I can't teach you that trick, obviously, because it's not mine, but you might know your own way of getting a spectator to end up at a quarter, tail side up. The way I would do it is I would just have 3 coins in my pocket, one of them a quarter, probably one of them a penny also. So a quarter, a penny, and then either a nickel or a dime. Have all 3 coins, okay? 2 silvers, 1 copper, and then I would show them to the spectator, or put all 3 in their hands, or lay all 3 on the table. And then I would ask them to pick up one of the coins and kind of give it a toss. Now, if they pick up the quarter and it lands tail side up, you're done. What are the odds of that, right? If they pick up any coin and it lands tail side up, then I would say, all right, just so you know, it landed tail side up. Going forward, because you flipped this, we're gonna go with tails, okay? So there's your tails. If they grab any coin and it lands head side up, which could also happen, then you say, all right, I just wanted you to feel what it was like, put that memory back in your head of what it felt like to pick up a coin and give it a toss, right? But we're not gonna do it in real life. We're only gonna do it pretend. We're gonna do it in your memory. Okay, so there's your out. And now with 3 coins, you're just gonna do equivoque. Equivoque is like the easiest way to do it, right? You have 3 coins on the table and you say pick up 2. They pick up 2 coins. Now if they leave the quarter, you're done. And you just say, there's the quarter, and you go forward from there. If they pick up the quarter and another coin, then you would just say, hand me 1. If they hand you the quarter, you're just gonna say, okay, you handed me the quarter, and now you're gonna do heads or tails. If they hand you the quarter tail side up, you're done, right? If they keep the quarter, then you say, all right, you chose the quarter and you gave me the other coin, okay? And if you look down at your coin and notice that it's tail side up, you can just say, all right, so you selected the quarter, you left me this coin, tail side up. We're gonna use my coin to determine heads or tails, and your coin to determine the coin. So you selected the quarter, and it's tail side up. That was really fast. You can go back and watch it again, but believe me, with equivoque and 3 coins, you can land at a quarter tail side up. All right, that's 4 forces down, 2 more to go. Down at the bottom of your shirt, it'll also say you will select the 4 of clubs, the 4 of clubs. Now, why did I pick the 4 of clubs? Because it's actually the force card in my deck, Trick That Cannot Be Explained by Mark Elston. And I like that card trick. I carry it with me, but to carry that one with me also requires me to carry an envelope that has a card inside. So I have to carry the deck plus an envelope with the card inside. Now I can just carry the deck. I can just carry the deck and the reveal is on my shirt. Now you're gonna say, well, yeah, but I don't have a trick deck that forces a 4 of clubs. Okay, but it wouldn't be hard to get one. There's all kinds of ways you can order force decks and one-way forcing decks that'll force the card of your choice. Plus, most of you don't need that. Most of you, I'm sure, know how to force a card. Right? So doing a card force shouldn't be a problem. And lastly, down at the bottom, in between the 4 of clubs force and the 1089 force, is the title Star Wars. Star Wars is down there for lots of different reasons. Number 1, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I also have a Star Wars YouTube channel as well. I have a Star Wars YouTube channel where I kind of share my love for Star Wars. But more importantly, I have 2 tricks from Brett Barry that force the title Star Wars. That's right. And if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know I'm a huge fan of Brett Barry. If you're not sure who he is or you want to check out his stuff, make sure you go to phoenixmentalist.com. That's his personal site where you can learn more about him. And you can go to svenpads.com where you can purchase the products that I'm going to show you right now. First up is the Sven Pad Complete, the movie edition. Now with the Sven Pad Complete movie edition, you can flip through it and you're going to see all kinds of different movie titles. But when you hand it to the spectator, they will select Star Wars. And so again, instead of having it written down somewhere or in an envelope or I scratched it on a piece of paper, the word Star Wars is just on my shirt as my reveal. Of course, if you don't have his Sven Pad Complete, you can purchase it, or you can just buy a blank Sven Pad and make one yourself in your own writing. The other way you could end up at Star Wars is with the Sven Pad Game Night. This is a media charades book. Now, granted, with this, the spectator has a free selection. They could land on Star Wars, or they could land on any one of the other titles that are in here, This isn't a surefire way to get Star Wars, obviously, but it could end up at Star Wars. It's possible, but I just wanted to show you two of the inspirations behind why that force was there. Now, if you're coming to the end of this and you are still unsure how to force the title Star Wars, how to force a playing card, or how to force a quarter tail side up, I would recommend the book 202 Methods of Forcing by Theodore Anneman. It is a nice, inexpensive book. It's going to serve you well. There's tons and tons and tons of chapters, lots of different methods on how to force. That book combined with the show shirt is going to be your 30-minute secret weapon. All right, that's it for the show shirt, designed out in Melbourne, Australia by one of you, one of my subscribers. Again, I wish I could tell you his name, but he won't let me. It's available down below in my Teespring store in the details section. That's everything I got for you guys today. Talk to you guys next time. Bye.